I live in Teesdale. It's a quiet country town. I live in a bush setting.
Teesdale's just a nice place to live. You get woken up in the morning by the birds, not by traffic.
We've got a general store, which is really all we need, and I think everything we need in Teesdale is in Teesdale.
Garrable is actually named after an Italian. He was at the Eureka Stockade. The hustle and bustle of Melbourne was no longer really what we wanted. We have lovely birds singing at us in the morning and in the evenings. And it's just a quieter pace of life.
I love the nature in Daryl. I photograph wildflowers, birds and things like that, and do art, and so just the nature around here is beautiful.
You don't have to live next door to someone, but you know them. You can drop in on somebody's house and there's always a coffee.
It's a place where everybody offers whatever they've got to give. Because we don't have a shop, because we don't have a pub, we don't have a school, we've had to build our community using other means.
The people I find in Meredith are real, they're authentic. What you see is what you get.
It's very important to me to belong to a community, and I've always felt that you need to be connected to your community so that you can help that community to move forward.
My great love is people and the community, so hence I think all my life I've been involved in community things. I've been a community coordinator now since the very beginning of community coordinators, and that's 20 years.
I heard about it, I think it was in the local newsletter, and I thought that looks like interesting. I'd been there in Daryl for 10 years at that stage, and I thought it's about time I actually stepped up a bit. And I've got ideas, I can do stuff.
Community planning means that you have control in your own town.
We basically have a survey we send out to everybody, both online and in paper. We then have a public meeting so people can come and basically rank the ideas that have been generated. So we then come up with a list of priorities of the items that we want get done, and that is a community plan.
It's a plan for your community for the next 3 years. You then present it to the council. They tick it off if they say, yeah, this is feasible, this is good, and they give you $7,500. And that means that the community owns those projects.
What's developed here reflects what local people want, and it's not being imposed on us. It's something that organically develops because we want it to happen.
The objective of the community coordinators is to take the town plan and implement it, basically get things done. Negotiate with whoever need to negotiate, try and find grants to get things funded.
How can we link into council and grants and services and supports so that all those things that people say, you know what, this would be really great for our community, actually have a chance of getting going.
Teesdale and a lot of towns like this didn't have a lot of things for teenagers. So after a lot of negotiation, both with council and with other residents and stuff, things like the skate park and the BMX track projects were initiated and installed, and they've been a terrific success. After school hours, you'll get kids all over the place down here. Parents will bring down the younger ones. The teenagers, of course, will bring themselves down on push bikes and stuff. It's just constantly in use. It's been a terrific success. Turtle Bend has been called that because Native Hut Creek, which runs around the reserve, has a bend in it, and believe it or not, there are turtles living in there.
We've spent a lot of time clearing up around, weeding and planting a lot of the trees around Turtle Bend to beautify the area.
We've added facilities such as the Turtle Pavilion, all the car park, the walls, the barbecues, that kind of stuff, and the toilets, which makes it a wonderful place for people to use. Last weekend we had a wedding down here. That's quite common. It's become the recreational centre of Teesdale.
In 1988, when it was the bicentenary, this was just an unused park. And we had a huge day. We planted all these trees in it. We had a reenactment of when Meredith was founded. We made damper. There was thousands of people here. We work together, I suppose, on anything that needs to be done. We have Australia Day celebrations, Christmas, a lot of Christmas. You'll notice the Christmas corner, they've got trees and cribs and, sheep, Christmas sheep and everything. We're really strong on a walking track right round the town. We've done a lot of work on that. We're just trying to make Meredith a better place to live in all sorts of ways.
We have lots of different things happening here at Daryl. People come from different areas because they say we have more things on in our community than they do in theirs.
We've set up an arts group locally and we call it Art into Reels, bringing the local artists together on a lot of things, including the arts trails.
Because you don't have a central point, it's important to even have the community centre. Come on a Saturday and there's always someone here. Menched's open, the community centre's open, there's kids in the park. It's like so many things on here on a Saturday. For many years we've wanted this signage around the lagoon, the swamp area. It's the home of the growling frog. It's a very important area.
The community persevered and Parks Victoria persevered, and today we've now got an absolute ripper walking track that goes all the way around, and we're getting new signage put in, which is really exciting.
Signs have gone up today by volunteers of Mershed and anyone else in the community that has turned up. There's a boardwalk that takes you out over the swamp.
We've got a really good walking track that I think you can stand in front of and go, I remember when that was an idea, now look at it now. This is what our community can do.
We have come and try nights, and they might be, we've had a session cooking Japanese, for example. We've also done Vietnamese and we've done Italian. Just recently we've done a pasteling class for a number of people, so that was a lot of fun. I didn't think I could paint. Curry and card night. I mean, they're hilarious, some of the things that we've done. We have a weekend of donkeys being here, and so it's people with their donkeys and their carts. We have done yoga and Pilates, and we've had boot camps, and anything really that the community's asked for, we try and do. In particular, we've seen Christmas grow from, say, 20 to 30 people to maybe 80 plus the same amount of children, all here, all at the same time. I mean, just seeing the children and the joy, Santa, sack of lollies, oh, it's beautiful, it really is. For me, the happiness is in seeing that grow. And to seeing people talk to each other. It's nice to say, hi, how are you? God, I haven't seen you for 12 months, what's been happening? Outside of the time that the hall committee or the coordinators are using the hall, people are here.
Being a community coordinator has put me in touch with a lot of local people I otherwise wouldn't have met, and I've got some really good friendships out of it, and just seeing the community develop and seeing people come together and really enjoy the spaces that we've created is really good.
All these people are the kind of people who are willing to put their hand up and help. And as I'm one of those as well, you wind up with that's what you've got in common, and then become very good friends. So you meet people, you become good friends, you get things done.
If you love your community, if you want to join with like-minded people to make a difference in your community, the best way to do it is in community planning as a community coordinator.
My advice is do it. It's great. If you want to have a say in what happens around the place, if you want to help get things done, if you want to find out what other people want to happen, this is a terrific way of doing it.
I would say to anybody who wants to get involved in the community, just do it.
Come to meetings, add your voice to it.
We want more community coordinators. We want younger people in the group.
So if you want to get involved, there is something for everybody. Whether it's you're a meeting person that comes every month and that's the way you like it, or whether it's you do working bees, or whether it's you've just the ideas person. It's there's something for everybody in this community.
We should always leave a place we've been in better than when we came. So if you want to have a say in the future of your town, you want to make it better, come on, put your hand up and come along and do it.